Anyways, as always, drop your thoughts about this latest allegation in the comments. Make sure to hit that follow button if you don't already, and share this out so other people can be aware of it. Okay, we have some massive breaking news regarding all the Diddy stuff. Apparently, the feds have come out and said that they plan to release the names of all of Diddy's co-conspirators before March 7th of this year. Now, they're going to be doing this in something called an enterprise letter, which will lay out the specifics of the alleged criminal acts, including dates, locations, and participants. Now, these co-conspirators could be anybody who was involved in any type of illicit activity, things like arson or harming or threatening people or SA or the free costs. All of the types of things that were illegal that Diddy did, if they were involved, apparently the feds are planning to release their names no matter what's going on with the civil lawsuits. Which means not only could we see some more federal charges coming for more people, but we could see the takedown of an entire segment of the entertainment industry. Anyways, for those of you who've been following me, you know that I am on top of this Diddy stuff. So as soon as we have this information, I will be back to let you know, and I'll be watching it like a hawk. So the minute we have it, I can drop it. Now, in the event that TikTok no longer exists, I will be doing it either on IG or YT, so you can check me out there.
All right, so this is what we're talking about. Everything we're going to talk about today is going to be wrapped around this Diddy case, but there are a lot of details that are orbiting this Diddy case that can still affect this situation. So the first thing is what he just said. They are about to release the names of possible co-conspirators, which will blow up the entire industry. That's the first thing. But the second thing I think is even more important. Diddy's defense is trying to once again prove that I think 6 tapes that are in question of the F-offs are actually proof that Diddy didn't do anything wrong. So the reason why this is so scary and important is because this is literally all the evidence they have, to the best of our knowledge, unless there's something that we don't know. But if the freak offs show, because specifically what they're saying in the pertaining to the videos that are in question is the freak off tapes are literally showing, and what they're literally saying is they're using some type of AI or whatever to make the videos even clearer. So that's what they're working on between now and March. They're looking to clear up the video. So the video is kind of like how you're watching me, but it's them in the bed doing whatever, right? And the reason why they're trying to do this, the defense is doing this. The defense is doing this. It's because they're trying to show facial expressions, because they need the jury or whoever's watching the videos to see the smiles and the pleasure that the women are feeling or exhibiting in these tapes in order to prove, see, she's enjoying it. Look, she's like, instead of, And they're trying to clear it up. Not the prosecution, but the defense. So in their minds, if they can actually prove that the women are like all enjoying and just, throwing it back or whatever, I don't know, they're going to be able to prove to the jury that, see, she's enjoying this. See, she's enjoying this. They're having fun. This is scary. This is absolutely scary, because my whole thing is this. We all know he's guilty. That's not going to put him in jail. What's going to put him in jail is the jury thinking that he's guilty by the evidence. See, sometimes evidence can make the jury think, oh, like, for example, and everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button Everybody hit the like button and drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. I want you to think about this. You remember how you felt when you seen the Diddy Cassie hotel video? You was just like, oh my God. Okay, what if you seen another video of Diddy and Cassie or Diddy and whoever, and Diddy is just tearing it up, and the girl is like, like loving it or whatever. The optics alone could have you like probably turned on, just because we're human. Be like, and next thing you see another video of another woman in looking keyword looking like she's enjoying herself, because when you high, you're out of your mind. So that's the reason for the baby oil or the BHB or whatever in the baby oil, to make you forget what's going on, to make you so high and so numb where you actually are just in another world. You just like, right? So all of that can actually make it seem like the women were consenting. This is scary. And the third thing we need to talk about is the lack of credibility of some of the victims from an optics standpoint that is happening right now. For those who don't know, because last night I did this show and my Wi-Fi went out and I'm getting with AT&T, and I just want to say from my own experience, whoever my internet is with is trash. I don't even want to say the name because I don't want to get sued, but they're trash. So I'm going with AT&T with my Wi-Fi, and we're going to fix all that. But at the end of the day, Allie Carter and her mom are somewhat going at it, and it's looking like Allie Carter is being exposed as a fraud. And if Allie Carter gets successfully exposed as a fraud and a fake Diddy victim, this is more proof, or beginning proof, that Diddy or the accusers of Diddy are just looking for a payday. So we're going to get into all this. Everybody hit the like button and let's get started.
Drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. Tell me where you from, drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. If you say what's up, I'ma hit you right back, I'ma hit you right back. But if you act up, I'ma bang from the chat, so don't play with me. It's the Let Go, got a super lit show. If you like this intro, share this video and subscribe to the show. That's the only way to grow. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you like the discussion, drop a super chat if you wanna say something. I remember when I started, I ain't get no views. Now millions come to me just to get my views. The chat be on fire, I done lit the fuse, but my channel wouldn't be nothing without you. Tell me where you from, drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. Tell me where you from, drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. If you say what's up, I'ma hit you right back, I'ma hit you right back. But if you act up, I'ma bang from the chat, so don't play with me. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you like the discussion, drop a super chat if you wanna say something.
All right, so let's get into these videos and let's talk about this, because all of this is extremely important and connected to everything else.
In the meantime, hit that follow button and make sure to drop your thoughts about who you think some of these co-conspirators could be in the comments.
Yes, I'm the mother of 6 daughters. Tori is one of them.
Interesting. So can I ask you, how long has it been since you seen or been around your daughter?
Well, Tori was a problem teenager. She wanted to do things her way when she reached a certain age. And I haven't seen Tori since 16.
If it's not too personal to ask, can I ask why she wasn't allowed to be back at the house?
It's not a matter of her not allowing to be back at my home. Tori caused a lot of issues where she lied, like she's lying right now on this social media. I would drop Tori off at school. Tori would go into the school and horrifically lie on me like she's doing right now, to where CPS would visit my home.
So I said last night, for those who weren't there, everybody hit the like button. CPS came to our house when I was married, and it was specifically because my kids were able to get off of the school bus and walk into the house, you know, using the keypad in the garage, and then boom, they could just go inside the house. And me and my ex-wife at the time, yeah, 6 daughters is absolutely crazy, Angie. And my kids would be able to just go in the house, do their homework, and do whatever until we get home, right? And me and my ex-wife, we did not use the garage doors, so we'll just pull up, and then I would just pull up, right? So if there are no cars in front of the house, it is assumed that nobody is in the house. And for my neighbors to see my kids walk in the house when we're not here, they're like, "Hey, what is going on over there where there's no parents there?" So they called CPS on us. But the bottom line is this: if CPS was called on you, that's one thing. But what she's about to say next is that the rest of her kids got taken away from her. That's not on Allie Carter, because my 2 kids wasn't taken away from us, because once they walked in the door or seen the state of our kids or see that our house is clean, guess what? There was no reason to take the kids. So there has to be a reason for them to take the freaking kids, for them, you know, once they walk in the goddamn house. And that is not on Allie Carter. That is on the nasty ass mama that probably has a nasty ass house or being abusive to the kids. So that's the first thing I need to share with y'all. It happened to us and nobody was taken. So let's keep going. So I'm just letting you know that CPS be going to people's houses, but they don't be taking nobody's kids. So if they take your kids, that means you nasty or you trash as a parent. Not that they were called, that they actually had to act on what they were called. That means there was proof that there was a reason why they needed to be called. Am I right or am I wrong?
She lied so bad where they came and took 4 of my children away from me for 6 days.
That's another thing. Why the hell do you have all these goddamn kids? Where is their daddy? So looking at this from an objective situation, why the hell are you got a house full of goddamn kids, ain't no daddy, and you sound broke. Like, sorry, but she sounds old and broke, old, fat, and broke. Sorry, but she does. So it's like, just imagine living with an old, fat, broke woman, and it's 6 of y'all, and all of y'all are girls. That ain't going to be a clean house. That ain't going to be a happy life. All that damn estrogen, you know, most likely she yelling at the kids and shit. So ain't nobody happy in the house. 6 girls.
Can
And
I ask, like, what was that about? Like, what reason did she have to do that?
because I was a strict parent, she wasn't allowed to hang out in the streets, and she wanted to mingle with the wrong type of kids that were in foster homes, which were my neighbors. And there was just things that she was not allowed to do.
So right here, being a strict parent isn't going to have your kid call CPS on you. being an abusive parent. Yeah, this is Allie's mom. And according to what she's saying, Allie Carter's actual birth name is Tori something. So she's referring to Allie Carter as Tori. I guess that's her birth name. So I'm not exactly sure, but that's what it sounds like. So the thing about it is, not wanting her to roam the streets, that means she wants to roam the streets. And I want y'all to think about what I just said. Trying to stop your daughter from roaming the streets, that means there's a want or a need to roam the streets. And a lot of y'all are female watching. Am I right or am I wrong? When you were a kid, did you have this insatiable need to roam the streets? I was a boy and I didn't have the insatiable need to roam no damn streets. I wanted to ride my bike. I wanted to climb trees. I wanted to make mud pies. But what the hell is this roaming the street stuff? So ladies, right now, why? Two questions. One, did you have this insatiable need to roam the streets? That's the first thing. And the second question is, why did you have this insatiable need to roam the streets if you actually had this need to roam the streets? Because roaming the streets and hanging out over your friend's house or riding your bike is not the same thing. Going outside and then when the street light come on, you go back in the house. That's one thing. Roaming the streets is you not trying to go back home. So the bottom line is, if you weren't able to go outside, that means, okay. Let me just, because I can't have an experience of a female. I have an experience of a male. So let me read these comments. All right, I just walk around the neighborhood or the graveyard and stay as late as I could not to be at home. Okay, keyword. So I won't be able to. So I won't go home. So the fear or need to not go home. Okay, his mama was running the streets. Okay, you thinking mom was running the streets? See, and that's kind of like what I'm saying. That's kind of like my point. This is learned behavior. Because a kid just wants to go out and play, and then when it gets dark, you just naturally want to go home. As a kid, you want to go outside and play, but when it gets dark, you naturally want to go home. It ain't even about I want to go home. It's time to go home. It's a not natural thing to go home when it gets dark, right? So roaming the streets per se is learned behavior. Why does a kid want to roam the streets, be out late? There's a possibility because mom was roaming the streets. Mom was out late. Because I want y'all to understand, this woman got 6 goddamn kids. So she was getting like her cheeks clapped every Thursday. Every time you turn around, some dude is at mama house clapping the cheeks. Or mom was gone all the time, getting the cheeks clapped. So Angie said, I wanted to hang out at the mall or arcade, but not just streets. Exactly. Same thing with me. I ain't really want to be out at night. Not as a little, 9-year-old. I could smoke in the street. Okay. But why were you smoking? And that's the thing. What are you coping with? Roaming the streets tells me that there's a possibility that being out is either fear of going home because of some type of abuse or fear of your own reality. And you're trying to get away from your own reality by doing some type of drug, doing something you ain't got no business doing because there's a deficit emotionally in the house. So either abuse or some type of terrible emotional deficit that you're trying to get over, because as a kid, You're just trying to play. You're just trying to play. You just want to play. Sounds like she's hustling the system. Okay. There's nothing in the streets. I rock around our village. Village? Using a village? Or I'm confused. To get out of the house? Yes. Yeah. It's like running from something. Okay. Maybe it was unsafe at home. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it was unsafe at home. Maybe she was being SA'd by her mother's friends. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm alluding to. I just didn't want to say it because I just wanted to see, what y'all thought instead of just giving y'all something that I'm thinking and y'all start thinking what I'm thinking. Every child needs both parents for guidance and understanding. Exactly. No, when my mom was out, I'd be at home. I'd encourage her dating life so she can go away. Nah, that's hilarious. Mothers seem to always have bad friends. Facts. All right. There's two expertise of leadership when it comes to both parents. Right. Exactly. So we kind of like all are on the same page. If she wanted to roam the streets, one, it was learned behavior. Two, she didn't want to be at home. And why? Probably because most single mothers, especially when they fat, fat single mothers are usually extremely loud, angry, and verbally and or physically abusive. So, all right, Terica said we are low on likes. So we almost had 200 people, which is good. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. So can y'all take a second to hit the like button and we can keep going on? Because I'm loving the engagement in the chat because we kind of like on the same page. So hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Let's stop right here and come right back.
There was one of these decks, and I was asking her the questions while we were.
So check out my girl Sarah. See what she has to say.
Bless me and my mother with one of these decks, and I was asking her the questions while we were heading to the airport, and she was asking questions. And I like that there is something in there that really helps you to identify how do you feel, how do you express this, what word could I use, or et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to get too much into it because I really think that you guys should check this out. Even in the half hour that we were asking these questions, it created such deeper discussions. I actually remember there was one question, and it was something along the lines of, did my mom ever experience grief that would have allowed her not to be as attentive? And then we started talking about, and that led to like a really cool conversation. And so it was good. And I like it because we were giggling in the car, like talking about these different stories, stuff around Christmas time. Oh, do you remember this? And it just allowed us to be very nostalgic and really take that road down memory lane. So that was, this game is really cool. So I definitely appreciate it. Guys, we're going to connect the link below if you're interested in getting the mother-daughter card game. It's literally like therapy in a box.
Make sure to hit the like button now. Make sure to hit the like button. I'm playing this so y'all can have time to hit the like button.
You get to ask all the questions.
And buy my mother-daughter card game also. And the price is right now $62. Regular price $199. So hit the link if you have not bought your mother-daughter card game and listen to what we have to say about it.
Questions that you may not have even known that you need to ask, or the conversation you didn't know you needed to have. So
and the coolest part of this particular card game is in your situation, your mom lives somewhere else. There's a mother deck and there's a daughter deck. So she was able to bring the mother deck home with her and you kept the daughter deck. So now y'all can play over the phone or online, right? So you can buy this card game, pull out mom's card game and ship it to her if she lives in another state. All right, y'all. So I want to play that because there's a lot of significance in what we're talking about versus this mother-daughter card game that I created. This is mother-daughter trauma that's going on between Allie Carter and her mother. Now, your situation may not be as bad as Allie's because she had to go to a foster home, and next thing you know, she became a Diddy victim and all this other stuff, allegedly, because the mom said all of it was a lie. But the thing about it is, no matter how mild or extreme your issues were with your mother, it's important for you to find a way to relieve those issues, whether small or extreme, so you can move on with your life. So this card game right here, my mother-daughter card game, is for women like Allie Carter and her mother. It's for you and your mother. Because at the end of the day, we can have all these issues with our parents, but when are we going to take the time to actually fix our issues with our parents? Like, I would love to. I don't know if Allie Carter still talks to her mom, because she called her mom the devil. But I would love to see Allie Carter and her mom sit down and play this game and get some understanding between both of them. I don't know if it happened, but hey, it's like what Sarah said. It's like therapy in a box. Because we can't keep running away from our moms and our childhood trauma and all this other stuff. We got to confront it. And that's all I'm here to do. Help people confront their demons in a helpful way. So 1, hit the like button if you have not. And 2, hit the link under this video or the link that is in the chat and buy one of my card games, and not just support the channel, support your family dynamic. Because these are card games that will help you in your life, whether it's romantic or family based.
You just became out of control. The behavior, I can't even tell you where it came from. It could have possibly came from her going to school with a lot of foster care kids.
Or being raised by a single mother that's dysfunctional as hell and having no father. You ain't never gonna hear a woman say that. Well, the reason why she's acting the way she is because she doesn't have a father. Because I was a hoe. Because I was giving up the ass to any dude that wanted it. I was letting random dudes nut in me. They ain't never gonna say that shit, because that's literally why a lot of our kids are the way they are. It's because the lack of a father and the lack of their mother being able to close her goddamn legs. Because a lot of y'all moms was hoes. Put a 1 in the chat if you're willing to admit that your mama was a hoe. And it's okay. But put a 1 in the chat if you're willing to admit that your mama was a hoe.
That's where I believe a lot of this came from.
See, Jack said my mom was a hoe. My mom was hoeing. She was a little bit of a hoe. So I'm saying too, for myself, my mom was somewhat of a hoe. She wasn't a whore. She was a hoe. She was a little loose. She liked the dope boys or the corner boys or the broke boys or whatever. She was a hoe. She wasn't selling it, but she was offering it to bum ass dudes, and it caused me to actually have to grow up earlier and start beating up the damn dudes that my mama was dating. And then guess what? My mom stopped dating all men altogether because she was afraid that I was going to beat the shit out of her next boyfriend. So she just stopped dating men, because I literally told her, like, hey, can you stop bringing all these broke, no job having men over here? So if you can't find a man of some type of substance, and I'm 13 years old when I'm saying this, I'm just going to beat his ass. Or me and my friends just going to beat the shit out of him, because that's what I used to do. I beat up 2 of my mom's boyfriends because my mom was out here with low ass standards. So if you don't get your shit together, you just ain't going to date nobody, because your badass little son is going to beat the shit out of your next boyfriend. And she just decided not to date anymore because she couldn't not find a man. Her choosing of a man was disgustingly stupid. So you either gonna bring a loser over here and I'm gonna beat his ass, or you stop dating. And the third one is get your life together so you can get a quality man over here. So I can give me a daddy or a fill-in daddy until my other daddy come around. I'm just saying.
Shelly Carter was visiting the foster home that was next door to me, and I believe that's how Tori connected with her.
So Shelly Carter is this woman here. All right, so let's put it all together. Shelly Carter is this white woman right here.
Recently, Allie Carter's biological mother came out and did an interview.
So this is Shelly Carter, not her biological mother, of course, because she's white.
Interview on YouTube claiming that Allie Carter's so-called stepmother is not the person that we think that she is, and allegedly is a handler for Allie Carter. I'm gonna upload a clip from the interview. Let me know what y'all think about this.
So that's Shelly Carter, and apparently Shelly Carter worked for the system, CPS or somebody. She was working for, you know, the foster care system or whatever. And we'll get into all that. I got all of that. Everybody hit the like button. We'll get into all of that. But that is who Shelly Carter is, i.e. Allie Carter's mom. And that's where the Allie Carter came from. You know, damn well no black girl ain't got no name like Allie. So she renamed her some white girl name and gave her her last name, Allie Carter, because her actual name is Tori.
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking for a second. So you say that the people next door, that's, you know, literally where Shelly was going to, but somehow she managed then to link with your daughter.
Yeah, I believe Shelly Carter. I was told by a lot of the kids that Tori was socializing with from school that Shelly Carter used to hang around the school because she was some type of counselor.
So right now, just from a who's lying, who's crazy standpoint, it sounds like the mama was this fat, dysfunctional, loud, abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive woman. And there was a neighbor that had foster kids, and Allie or Tori would hang out with the foster kids and be like, we have a better life than you, and we're in the foster system. And then Allie Carter was like, wow, so how does that work? Well, there's a woman named Shelly Carter that helps us and advocates for us, and she can advocate for you too. And she was like, oh shit, yeah, because my mom is trash, and I got to get out of there. And it seems like y'all have a better situation than me, even though it's not favorable. How can I get in? And then she got introduced to Shelly Carter at her school by the other foster kids that Shelly Carter was advocating for. So it sounds like her mom is trash. So she's doing all the talking, but she's incriminating herself, which means there's a possibility that Allie is not lying. So up front right now, because we ain't even went deep with it, because I got a lot of other things that was said in this situation. So as of right now, who do you believe? Do you say Allie Carter is lying, or Allie Carter is telling the truth about being a Diddy victim? Who do you believe? Is this affecting, in your opinion, the credibility of Allie Carter? Because the thing about it is, like I said, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if Allie Carter's mom was to successfully prove that Allie Carter had a good life and was not a Diddy victim, and her being online on TikTok talking about the kids and the tunnels and the Diddy and all this other stuff is all a lie, that can literally ruin the Diddy case. Because the worst thing that can happen in this Diddy indictment or this Diddy case is for Diddy's main accuser to be exposed as a liar. See, we already had stupid ass women like Lamisha Fuller and the other chick to get exposed as lying because she was over there talking about some crazy mess about snake venom and all this mess. So there are women that came forward that have been proven to be lying. Because here's the bottom line right here, y'all. Once doubt, keyword doubt, is instilled in a jury, the case is over. If a jury is like half and half and they're like, I don't know. I know Diddy did this, but I watched the tapes because it's now evidence. And it do look like the women were like, ooh, yeah, Diddy, yeah, ooh, you know. And then I'm hearing about Allie Carter being exposed by her own mom. So I believe the mom, because I'm a mom. She might be just out here trying to get some money. And then this stupid woman, Lamisha Fuller, she's over here talking about snake venom and all this dumb shit. That came from the movie Blink Twice. I can't convict Diddy because the evidence is the evidence shown isn't pushing me to convict this man to life in prison. I don't want that to be on my conscience because the women in the video, they was just getting it. They was like, ooh, yeah, daddy. They didn't look like they was drugged up. She was throwing it back and everything. Then Allie Carter's mom and all this, I don't know. Next thing you know, Diddy's a free man. Charges dropped. So the bottom line is, once doubt is instilled in the jury, the case is literally over. Their jobs is to determine whether a defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I'll say it again. Their jobs as a jury is to determine whether the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That means there's no way in hell this man is innocent. And if it's not beyond a reasonable doubt, you got to say not guilty. Which means that if there's a little bit of doubt, which simply means lack of certainty, they got to say not guilty. They can't say he's guilty. Those are the specific instructions and responsibilities of a jury when they sign their paper. You cannot say somebody's guilty unless it's beyond reasonable doubt. And if there's enough evidence to show that there's a little doubt and you're like, I don't know, you got to say not guilty. This is the reason why this is so important. Let's keep going. So what we need to do is we need to be a jury and we need to see if Allie Carter has been lying about being a Diddy victim or is her mom lying? Because if we in here can't come to a consensus that Allie Carter is definitely a Diddy victim, what do you think a jury is going to do? Because right now, let's see in the chat, Nicola is saying, I'm 50-50. You can't be 50-50 as a jury. That means Diddy's going to go free. Sarah says, I believe Allie. Okay. Sharon says she's one damaged young woman. We got another 50-50. Nicola says Allie has a fake laugh is forced. That means you have doubt. This is what I'm saying. This is how important all of this is. This is extremely important. It's the key word or key phrase is beyond reasonable doubt.
She was working some type of position with a place called Safe House in Riverside.
She's talking about the new mother, Sarah Carter, whatever her name is, something Suzanne Carter.
County. And that's when I first met Shelly. This is Miss Outlaw. I'm Tori Outlaw's mother.
Oh, really?
I am.
Okay.
Her father, her brothers, Tupac is not her father. Her father lives right here in Moreno Valley. He's married, and the way if I have to take her to court, which is what my plan is, I will be taking my daughter, Tori, to court. I will be taking Shelly to court. Shelly has never adopted my daughter. All of these affidavits and paperwork and all that crap is fake. All of it. All of it. I have everything that I need, to prove who I am and what I've been to my daughter. Tori has been on the street since the age of 16, and I'm not Shelly. I'm Miss Outlaw. I'm her mother.
Can I ask you, does Tori does she have a sister?
Yes, I'm the mother of 6 daughters. Tori is one of them.
I'm sorry, 6 daughters is nasty. You nasty. You don't spat out 6 people. 6 people came out of that vagina. That's disgusting. You're worse than a cat. Don't a cat be having a litter of babies? How many babies is a litter? This woman having more kids than a goddamn cat. Let's see. How many babies is a litter? What is a litter? How many is a litter of babies? From 3 to 8 offspring. Yeah, this woman is a cat. She's not a human. She's a cat. She just spitting out babies like a water sprinkler. Just disgusting.
She was, 14?
Look at her. She looked like she stank right there.
She was 14 when she got started with telling all these horrific lies.
Right. And see that
a supervisor, a social worker, because I asked myself, who is this woman? And they told me that she was a counselor.
Wow.
That had met with my daughter at this place that they call Safe House for troubled kids.
Yeah, and let me tell you about that. All right, quick. Now, with that, there's a connection with her with an alternate address that she used to that Safe House place.
In my picture posted today, let me just say this right here. Again, I haven't seen my daughter since 16. She was not in the foster care system like she states on here. She lied so much to the schools. And I know that Shelly Rochelle Hawkins or Hawks, I know she coached her to say all these things, because CPS even told me, they said she has a strange relationship with your daughter. It almost seemed like she's attracted to your daughter somehow.
Come on, man. This woman just see, the thing about it is, I don't know enough about this situation to know who's lying or who's not lying. But one thing I can say is there's a very good possibility that Shelly Carter saved Allie from this dysfunctional ass woman. Because I can just imagine. I want y'all to think about this. Whether it was Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, whether it was Cinderella, whether it was The Little Mermaid, do you know that every cartoon that you grew up watching had an abusive mother in it? Did y'all know that? Name a cartoon that did not have an abusive mother to a daughter. An abusive single mother. So I actually feel sorry for any girl. For any girl that is being raised by her mother by herself. Because in most cases, she's going to be verbally or physically abused by her mother. And probably are worded by her mother's brother or her mother's boyfriend. Sorry. I'm not a fan of single mothers at all, because that's why so many girls are R-worded, because they ain't got no damn daddy. So shout out to DJ. DJ said, I got my card game in the mail finally. Thank you. I'm going to post 2 of Allie's stories, and then you can make up your mind. I have been listening to her since 2020. DJ, send me a DM, and shout out to you for being patient with getting the card game. Sorry for I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you got the card game, because I remember you emailed me. Didn't you email me, DJ? Just want to make sure you're the actual person. But DJ, send me a DM of the Allie Carter videos and that are in question, and I'll check them out, and I'll play them on the show if you send them to me like ASAP. That's why I have stayed a single and vowed until my daughter was 18. Yeah, because the mother's boyfriends and the mother's let me show y'all something real quick, because y'all do not know. Y'all mothers, y'all have no idea how much danger your child is in by just being under your care. I'm gonna show y'all an example right here. Check this out.
26, bro. I'm 26. My mom kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid.
If you recognize this young man, he is now in prison for like life for essaying multiple women or younger girls than he was. Why? I don't want to give nobody an excuse, but his mother, remember that's what we're talking about, right? His mother used to whore him out to her female friends. I'll say it again. This young man right here, his mother, his single mom, used to whore him out one day, because, I knew him. One day, he was taking a bath or shower or whatever, probably early teens or whatever. And she walked in on him, and she noticed that his pecker was hanging low. And she was like, whoa, or something like that, right? And then after that, this disgusting ass woman started telling her grown ass friends about his pecker. And it was like, ooh, I want to see it. And then she would call him in the front. And this is a true story. This is what some single mothers be doing. She called her son, probably 13, 12, I don't know, whatever, and said, show my friend your blank. And he's like, what? Well, show your so-and-so your blank. Do it. Come on. And he's like, and he had to show it to her. And then the girl was like, ooh, I gotta get some of that. And guess what? He started getting essayed by multiple adult women when he was a child. I don't know if his mom did too, but I know it was them. And maybe the mom too, I'm not sure. This is what be happening in single mother households. The reason why 3 out of every 5 children have been M-worded or R-worded by someone they personally know is because there was no father in the household, and the mother either allowed a man to come in the house, boyfriend or brother, it's usually the boyfriend or the brother, to do these things, or the man did these things behind the woman's back. But in almost every case, of these M or R wordings, it was because there was no father in the household. And statistically speaking, the biological father, unless they were in a trailer park and they were non-black, there are no biological fathers that have done these things to their own daughters. It's always a stepfather, mama's boyfriend, or the mama's brother. Women invoke more trauma on their daughters than fathers ever will. Usually when a father is bad, say he's an alcoholic, he's slapping the mom around. But no biological man, or probably 1% of biological fathers, do some crazy shit to the daughter or the son. Almost never. I'll say it again. Almost never. So when you look at the safety of a child, children are always in danger, grave danger, when they're being raised by a single mother. Because either she's going to do something to her, whether it's abuse, or she's going to open the door to M-wording, because her brother, because most women got a loser ass brother that she loves dearly, and she'll let him do whatever he wants. And she'll literally take the brother's side over her own daughter's side. And that is a fact. Women are the most dangerous people to leave a child with. Not a man, not a bear. Because remember the whole thing, would you rather be in the woods with a bear or with a man? Well, a child would rather be in the woods with a bear and not their own mother. I'll say that again. A mother is worse than a bear in the woods. A child would rather be in the woods with a bear than her own goddamn mother. And that is a fact. That is an absolute fact. Because y'all remember that whole bear in the woods things. Do you know the Menendez brothers? I literally said non-white. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard me say non-white fathers. White fathers be doing all that shit. Because white dudes be nasty. White dudes be liking that type of shit. They nasty. White men are the nastiest humans on the planet. That's a fact. I said black men. I said non-white men do not do that shit. Put a 1 in the chat. You remember me saying non-white men don't do that shit. White men love that shit. White men are the nastiest human beings on the entire planet. But single mothers are the worst parents on the entire planet. Because most of them have loser brothers, or most of them date loser men that have mental problems. My mother dated loser ass men with mental problems. Those men could have N-worded me. They chose not to. But if they wanted to, they could have. And I wouldn't have had no say-so because I was a kid. They just didn't. Lucky me. Because my mom left the door open for all kinds of bullshit to happen. But it just didn't happen. I didn't stop it. I'm not a hero. Didn't nothing happen. Nobody ever tried, and I'm happy. But it could have happened. And my mom would have not okayed it, but her slow ass wouldn't have. What? What happened? No. I guarantee my slow ass mama would have looked at me like I was crazy if I would have got N-worded by one of her boyfriends. She would have been like, He did not do that to me. I mean, do that to you. What are you talking about? You're wrong. And I would have been like, Ma, you gonna believe him over me? And her dumb ass would have said yes. Because this is what women do. Because women have this need to be right. So I say all that to say this. Because we're gonna go back to this. Women are dangerous. So when I hear Allie Carter's mom talk about how this other woman is a terrible person, I don't believe her, because I'm always going to believe the non-single mother over the mother. Because the single mother has a reputation to protect. She has an image to protect. Mothers are always going to lie on their motherhood. Oh, I was a great mother. You're a goddamn lie. They always going to do that shit.
I'm 26, bro. I'm 26. My mom kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has envelopes full of fucking shit proof showing he's been paying child support. Put my son back on the phone. No, it's my son too. What do you want? Put my son back on the phone. And I'm listening to my mom. All that slapping, abuse, and beating me up, choking me when I'm on the floor, beating me with belts, wrapping hangers around other hangers.
Whoa.
A 2-year-old little girl, when my dad started talking to her, she talked to me like my entire life. He's yelling on the phone, "You mad because I left you."
See, the thing about it is single mothers are the most verbally and emotionally and physically abusive people, because don't no man want you, and you take out your anger towards men that don't want you on your own goddamn child, especially the fat ones. And the reason why I say the fat ones is because small, pretty women don't have a lot to be angry about, because she gets enough attention from men to not be angry every day. But the fat ones, they get rejected because they fat, and they come home and take out all that fat girl rejection out of her goddamn kid. Allie is like 30 years old right now.
And I didn't want to be with you no more. And you kept my son away from me as a weapon.
So that is a young man that was M-worded and R-worded by his own freaking mother. And he's a boy. Just a little proof that single mothers are terrible parents by default. Because I don't want y'all to I don't want to mislead y'all. It's not that y'all are purposely terrible parents. Is that y'all are terrible parents because y'all are women. Y'all can't protect your kids. You're the soft side of the dynamic between the husband and the wife, right? You can't protect your kids. So it's literally nothing you can do. You can't protect your kids. You're a woman. You can't teach your kids shit because you're a woman. What do you know? You don't know nothing about the outside world. Like I said last night on the show, all y'all can do is teach your kids how to wipe their asses, how to buy pads, and how to wash dishes and shit. And wash your ass. So if you're not teaching your kid how to wash your ass and how to share, you can't. That's all you got. Right now, name one thing that your mother taught you about the outside world that was helpful to your life right now. Right now. I'll say it again. Name one thing that your mother taught you and instilled in you that helped you in the outside world right now. You got 30 seconds, because I don't want y'all to have to think about it. So in the next 30 seconds, right now, say something in the comments that your mama taught you about the outside world that has nothing to do with you washing your ass, had nothing to do with washing dishes, had nothing to do with no pads. Right now, you got 30 seconds. I bet. I'm watching right now. can't nobody tell me right now, because your mama can't teach you shit about the outside world. Okay, don't ever go back to a relationship. It will never be the same again. Okay, that was good. My mother told me not to trust no one. What? That's terrible advice. Look, how to cook. I literally said outside of the home, y'all. So in 30 seconds, nobody can say anything about what their mother taught you. My mother taught me all about the outside. What about the outside world? Why can't y'all tell me something about what y'all mama taught y'all about the outside world? Look, Nicola, nothing. I'm dead serious. Mom said never to trust anyone. That's some stupid ass shit. Don't trust no one. What kind of world is that? Don't trust anybody. What's she, a federal agent? Don't trust anybody. What kind of stupid shit is that? How to dress like a lady. That's inside. Dressing is inside. How to deal with the outside world. What you wear is inside stuff. But my mother was a piece of crap, abusive, and I made the choice not to be. See? So she taught her something by being a piece of shit. See what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. See, I'm letting y'all answer the question. Mr. Let Go, she means strangers. No, she said don't trust nobody. And a police officer is a stranger. So you're not going to call the police because police officers are strangers. I can't think of one thing my dad taught me either. Damn. Okay. I was raised by my dad. Okay. Gardening and working hard. I'm going to give y'all an example of what I mean, but okay. Gardening. Okay. By their words, match actions, not trust them. You don't read the whole sentence. Okay. I got you. My mother my mother-in-law is a single mother, and she has been abusive towards multiple generations of kids. See? That's what I'm saying. Mothers are terrible people. Sorry. I'm sorry. Unwed mothers are terrible people. And I'm, as y'all can see, I'm not just saying random shit because you hate women. No, y'all hate women, not me, because y'all saying all this shit. But my mother was a piece of shit. Okay. I support single parents, not single mothers, because I myself raised 5 children with the support of the county. I strongly protect your children. Understandable. Gotta do what you gotta do. Mom said never. Okay, I said that. Nicola said nothing. She taught me not to through example. Okay. Because she didn't trust nobody, I guess. My mother taught me all about it. What about the outside world? Okay. Wed mothers are terrible. Damn. Okay. So married mothers are terrible? Okay. She says, Professor Patty says, wed mothers are terrible to kids and their husbands, and they wonder why they are miserable as they finish off a tub of ice cream and bag of chips. Okay. Shout out to the DJ. Look for the 2 links after the show. Thank you. Yes, I'm Raul. I don't know. And shout out to DJ. He's a new member and with a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. She taught men like you exist and stay far away. Okay, you're gonna have a terrible, disgusting life if you stay away from men like me. I am Hollywood. That don't make no sense. I am Hollywood. What are men like me? I'm confused. Was your mother dysfunctional to say something stupid like that? I'm just confused. Because I don't know. Because if your mother taught you to stay away from men like me, what type of men did you pick? What type of men did you choose if you stayed away from men like me? That's kind of scary. How many baby daddies you got? Respectfully, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying. So we can keep going. Let's get back to the dysfunctional mother trying to say her own daughter is lying.
If Tori experienced any type of abuse, it came from that white woman.
It came from the white woman. Okay. Queen of Hearts said bitter. You're saying I'm bitter? Is that the same person that said something? Oh no, I am Hollywood. Okay, so who's bitter? Queen of Hearts. My dad taught me and my sister our worth as women. I had amazing parents. That's what's up. I love that. But yeah, let's keep going.
Abused by no one, not me, her sisters, her aunt. To me, Shelly, come talk to me. I'm right here. Okay, for all you that wanted to see my face, here I am. Tori, I want you to come home. I want you to get better.
Ma'am, she's 30 years old. What do you mean come home? She's a grown-ass woman. Come home from where? Like, what are you talking about? Go home to her own residence? What the hell are you talking about, lady? Come home to where? She's a grown-ass woman. Like, I'm home now. So if a woman is like, hey, come home, I'm like, I'm home. What the hell are you talking about? Home. I'm grown.
Shelly is a predator. She does not love you. And I know you could tell that. You are not safe. You are not healthy. I need you to come home, Tori. I need you to get healthy. All I want to do is help you, baby.
This person said, this man is delusional, very bitter. Who born him? Who taught you how to write? Who taught you grammar? Like, what in the hell? And how am I delusional when all of y'all said that y'all mom didn't teach y'all shit, and some of y'all said y'all moms was abusive. See, I let y'all, I put every comment up on the screen. So even if you look at a pre-recorded video or look at this in a recorded fashion, y'all will see everything come up on the screen. I ain't said nothing. I concurred what y'all said about y'all own goddamn mamas. And I said my mom was like that too. My mom was beautiful. She was amazing. But her choice in men was disgusting. So my mom was perfect until it came to men. So when I say my mom was a hoe, my mom was a fun girl. She would have one of her whole friends, and her and her whole friend go out to the club and leave me and her son sitting around looking stupid. Just at house, to me, all right, y'all play together. We didn't even know each other at first. Like, she just met somebody and she was like, oh girl, we gonna go out. We gonna go do whatever. And left me and the other woman's son just there looking stupid. We didn't even know each other. And I'm like, what the hell are we doing? What is going on? We had whole mamas. So our mom was but my mom was amazing other than the men. That's it. All right, hold on. Here's the girl again. Where is she? Where? Okay. Don't group us together as one. Group who together as one? Everybody in the chat said something opposite as you, and you come in here with some stupid shit. All right, don't group us together. Don't group y'all together. I'm grouping you. You the one said that your mama taught you to stay away from men like me. Everybody in the chat understands what I'm saying except for your ass. So I'm not grouping nobody together. Actually, I'm grouping them together and you separately because you in the chat saying crazy shit. Forgive your mother. I don't have a problem with my mother. Let me get this straight. I don't have to forgive my mother. I had a great relationship with my mom. I saved my mom from herself. So I want y'all to think about this. I told you that I told my mom that if you bring another one of these bums over here, I'm going to beat his ass. And she did it, and I beat his ass. And she stopped bringing bums to the house. I saved my mother from herself. Therefore, as an adult, I save y'all from y'all selves. I've been doing this all my freaking life since I became a teenager, saving women from themselves. So I don't have to forgive my mother because my mother fixed her shit. You see what I'm saying? I was never R-worded. I was never M-worded. I was never abused. My mom didn't abuse me in no way. Nobody abused me. I had a somewhat okay life. I just said my mom was a hoe. And I don't mean she was a whore, like she was selling ass, but she was just loose in the booty. But I don't have to forgive my mother for anything. Some of y'all are hoes. But the thing about it is, I'm an only child. I'm an only child. So my mom didn't have all these baby daddies and shit, like this little nasty ass woman with 6 fucking kids and shit. I ain't had that situation. I'm an only child. So even though my mom was loose in the ass, she only had 1 child. And I was spoiled. So I had a great life. I just said that the men that my mom chose were bums, losers, and had mental issues. And one of them motherfuckers could have emmed me, but they chose not to. I don't have nothing to forgive my mom for. Me and my mom was always like this. No problems. Nothing happened to me. No abuse, no M's, no R's. Had an okay life. So forgive your mother. Because how many baby daddies you got? Because my mom only had 1 baby daddy. My ex-wife, you see what I'm saying? After my ex-wife, I ain't even had no more kids. So we don't run around having all kinds of babies and shit over here. So I ain't got to forgive my mama for nothing. Love my mama. Oh, what? Oh, she don't got the hell on. Oh yeah, get the hell up out of here, broad. Hell you talking about? Where is your dad? My dad is in Philadelphia, chilling. I've called my dad up on my own live stream before. I am Hollywood. He ain't holding no blank on his mom. Oh, no grudge on his mom. Where'd that come from? Exactly. I ain't said nothing crazy about my mom. Some of y'all moms are hoes, and some of y'all are hoes. And I've said before, I love hoes. So I don't even have a problem with hoes. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard me say I love hoes. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard me say I love hoes. So if I love hoes and I call my mama a hoe, that don't mean I don't love my mama. I love hoes. So, come on, forgive your mother. For what? She did nothing. She sat her ass down when I told her to sit your ass down. I'll say it again. My mama sat her ass down when I told her to sit your ass down. I have no problem with mama. She sat her ass down. Got out of the dating pool, period. And I was like, all right, Ma, got you.
I love you, Tori. Shelly, I promise you, I'm taking your ass down. Do you understand what I'm saying? You done set your ass on these videos with my daughter. You done did all this shit to my daughter.
Ma'am, that is her daughter, not yours. You ain't seen Allie Carter, which is her real name, Allie Carter, in 15 years. You bum. Talking about some come home. Your ass probably ain't got no home to go to. You sitting in your goddamn car with a seatbelt on and you ain't driving no damn where. You look like a fool. What are you talking about? Lying ass broad.
But I want you to see my face.
Why?
I promise you that I'm gonna take your ass down.
You ain't even got no money. What are you talking about? You ain't even got no money. You're poor. You probably got 8 kids by now. What are you talking about? Shut up.
I want you to know that. So if you a woman, Shelly, come talk to me.
No.
Release my daughter.
Release my
This
daughter.
is how I know you a fucking.
Wait, like you released your daughter into the streets at 13? Where she had to go to the foster care system because you was abusing her? You piece of crap. Okay.
Predator. What are you holding my daughter for?
Vince said her real name is Tori Outlaw. No, her real name is Allie Carter. Her real name is Allie Carter. Not no damn Tori Outlaw. And her real mother is Shelly Carter, not this broad. Get it right.
What are you holding her for? Tori, I can look in your face and I can tell that you are not happy.
Look at your damn face. I can't even see your little beady ass eyes. Tell you ain't happy.
Just as well as I could tell that you are not healthy. My door is open. It's always going to be open. I need you to come home. I need you to get to a doctor's.
To a doctor's with an S? What is a doctor's?
I need you to get some blood work done. I need your system flushed out.
Sound like some Diddy shit. What you trying to do? You Diddy, you act like Diddy mama now. Talking about getting your system flushed out. What are you talking about, lady? Like, I would love to see your eyes, you little beady eyed little lady. Exactly. Run, Allie. Run. Get away from this woman.
I need you to get some mental health so you can get better. Because you got your 30s now, baby. You can live your 30s happy and healthy. All you got to do is come home.
Yo, somebody said R. Shelley. Yo, y'all are hilarious. R. Shelley is hilarious.
That's all you got to do. I'm here for you. Your dad is here for you. I'm going to be meeting with him this week. We are here.
I would love to know what's going on with Allie Carter's dad.
Here for you. Your sisters want you to come home.
Damn, your sisters still live with you? God damn. Ain't everybody 30? Ain't nobody left the house?
You have a
sounds like you are the ones capturing people and not letting them leave.
Beautiful nephew. You have a family that loves you. It is time to come home. And I know I could tell that you are tired of the bullshit. Do not take no more drugs that she gives you, Tori. Do not take any more. Don't take any more medicine. Leave the weed and any damn drug that she's giving.
Whoa. If anybody's smoking weed, it's your beady-eyed ass. Because you look like you've been smoking weed, ma'am. Put a 1 in the chat if she looked like she been smoking some weed. Talking about leave the drugs alone. You leave the drugs alone, ma'am. The little beady-eyed ass. Put a 1 in the chat if she look like she high on some damn weed. Talking about leave the weed alone. You leave the weed alone.
Giving you.
We can't even see your damn eyes.
Leave that shit alone. All you got to do is run and get to a phone and call me. And I promise you I'll be there. I promise you. All I want you to do is get away from this bitch so you can get home. You're getting ready to be 31 years old. This should not be your 31st birthday. This is a new year for you. It's time, Tori. It's time to get yourself together.
What's up, Marlene?
You are extremely unhealthy.
And you are healthy? I'm a little confused.
You are extremely unhealthy. And you are going to stay that way as long as you stay with Shelly Carter.
So, see, here's the problem with manipulative women. You don't know what the hell Allie Carter is doing, how she's living, whether she's happy or not, whether she feels safe. You're assuming that she isn't safe. What if she is safe? Let me tell y'all something about somebody loving somebody else. If I have an ex-girlfriend, my kid, or whoever, if they are over here and not around me and they're happy, stay over there because you're happy. I want you to be happy. See, the reason why I know this goofy ass woman is lying is because she's trying to tell her that she isn't happy and to come where she is so she can be happy. That's what manipulative ex-boyfriends be saying. Am I right or wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if she sounds like a manipulative ex-boyfriend. Put a 1 in the chat if this woman sounds like a manipulative ex-boyfriend. Baby, come back to me so we can be together. Well, what if she don't want to come back to you? See, this is manipulation. You ain't happy over there. How you know? You'll never find another man better than me. How you know? You miss me. How you know? See, the thing about it is, if you love something, you let it go. And if it loves you back, it'll come back to you. She ain't came back to you. And you trying to manipulate her into coming back to you, that tells me that you are an abusive ex-boyfriend in the body of a mother. Because that's abusive ex-boyfriend talk, ma'am. You, ma'am, are an abusive ex-boyfriend with titties. Shut your old high ass up. What are you talking about? You are an abusive ex-boyfriend with titties. Shut your ass up. Tomorrow, come home. You go home. Get out your goddamn car, go back in the house. Hell is you talking about?
Rochelle Hawks. Bitch, you better understand. You better understand, Shelly Carter. I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
My bio mother is a piece of the devil. That woman, I would probably wear white to her funeral. Here, listen, this is my this is my real mother, right here. Yep, she a white woman, and we're
Let's
twins.
go.
Okay, we look just alike so much that you wouldn't even know she was my mom. Like, you know what? I can see it. There's a whole.
She looks happy to me. She looks happy to me, little old ass lady, little high old ass lady. She looks happy to me.
Resemblance when you walk in the room. All right. Now, here's the thing. My surrogate was a piece of evil shit. I really would wear white to her funeral. That is not a woman that you would call a mother. I don't even know what you would call that. But her, with the passion, some people, you got to forgive. No, wait a minute. That's a whole other conversation for another day. But that woman is so evil. And I mean so evil. Not just for me. I was one of 6 kids of hers. You see.
Come up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, some of y'all need this, y'all. Some of y'all need this. Make sure to get this card game. If you had an upbringing like Allie Carter, get this card game so you can heal. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. Hey, Stacy, called Like Mother, Like Daughter. Therapy in a Box. Therapy in a Box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. But all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. Get this card game, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
My mother with one of these decks, and I was asking her the questions while we were heading to the airport, and she was asking questions. And I like that there is something in there that really helps you to identify, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you express this? What word could I use? Or et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to get too much into it because I really think that you guys should check this out. Even in the half hour that we were asking these questions, it created such deeper discussions. I actually remember there was one question, and it was something along the lines of, did my mom ever experience grief that would have allowed her not to be as attentive? And then we started talking about, and that led to like a really cool conversation. And so it was good. And I like it because we were giggling in the car, like talking about these different stories, stuff around Christmas time. Oh, do you remember this? And it just allowed us to be very nostalgic and really take that road down memory lane. So that was, this game is really cool. So I definitely appreciate it. Guys, we're going to connect the link below if you're interested in getting the mother-daughter card game. It's literally like therapy in a box. You get to ask all the questions that you may not have even known that you need to ask, or the conversation you didn't know you needed to have. So,
and the coolest part of this particular card game is, in your situation, your mom lives somewhere else. There's a mother deck and there's a daughter deck. So she was able to bring the mother deck home with her, and you kept the daughter deck. So now y'all can play over the phone or online, right? So you can buy this card game, pull out mom's card game, and ship it to her if she lives in another state. The link is under this video to get my mother-daughter card game. I'm here to help y'all, because some of y'all sadly have the same reality or same upbringing as Allie Carter did. And it's a real thing.
Of the borrowed fortune, of the paid off fortune, of the you take this child, like so much that you wouldn't even know she was my mom. Like, you know what? I can see it. There's a whole resemblance when you walk in the room. All right. Now, here's the thing. My surrogate was a piece of evil shit. I really would wear white to her funeral. That is not a woman that you would call a mother. I don't even know what you would call that. But her.
Oh, I see you, Marlene.
With the passion, some people, you got to forgive. No, wait a minute. That's a whole other conversation for another day. But that woman is so evil. And I mean so evil. Not just for me. I was one of 6 kids of hers. You see, of hers.
Damn, she had 6 damn kids. I need a card game for me and my dad. I got you, Bridget. I got more card games coming.
Of the borrowed fortune, of the paid off fortune, of the you take this child and hold on to this one and I'll pay you for that one. But she used to tell me all the time, I don't get enough money for you, for me. Out of the 6 girls, she got so much money. She got government assistance. She played the government.
Y'all hear this right? Y'all hear this right?
Said some of them had disabilities that they didn't have. She was on all kind of money. She was stealing Social Security cards. I'm not buying.
Did you watch the Diddy show on Peacock? I saw it last night. I found it on YouTube. I'm gonna look at it after this. I just found out that it just came out, like, I think last night. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna come back live, talk about it either this evening or tomorrow. Yes.
Guys, I went down the rabbit hole that Shelly is the handler, and I'm sorry, I am just not buying it. I looked up the biological mother, and I mean, if you can like read energy and you looked at those eyes, those are what I would call dead eyes. And aside from that, this woman literally came out of the woodwork. Like, where have you been? all of a sudden you're telling her to come home and saying her name's Tori. It's just a little strange. Like, a few friends of mine have brought this up, so I decided to dive into the rabbit hole because I'm curious. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
she's talking about the high ass fat woman that's sitting there talking about come home, Tori.
like, from what I've seen, there's very little inconsistencies in their stories. I saw what Jaguar Wright says. And even though I do listen to Jaguar Wright, make no mistake, Jaguar Wright is still in this to make money. That is pretty obvious. Whereas Shelly and Allie turn off gifts when they go live. Like, they don't take money. So, from what I've seen and where I'm at right now, I stand with Allie and Shelly Carter. I just do. I don't believe the bio mom. Something's off about her. It just is. Let me know what you think in the comments.
When Allie was put in foster care, I was advocating.
So this is her right here. This is Allie Carter's mom, Shelly Carter.
Advocating for her, and I was reporting back, and I was writing reports and turning in reports to CPS based on the abuse that she was telling me that she was experiencing while in foster care. At first, they embraced me and they were allowing me to have visitation with her. When I started making too many waves, they turned everything back on me. They filed a court order that said I was a predator to Allie, and they were telling me I was not allowed to have contact with her.
Hold on. Jaguar Wright has an active warrant from Texas. Is Jaguar Wright okay? Has anybody seen Jaguar Wright on social media? Is she okay? Just want to make sure she's okay. I haven't seen her on social media or whatever. Is she out good or whatever? Because I haven't seen any videos from her.
Because they were trying to silence things and they were using that as a means to scare me. They never... CPS was in charge of Allie at that time. She was their responsibility. If they filed a court order that I was a predator or was harming her, they should have pressed charges, and they should.
She did a live an hour ago. Okay, that's what's up. All right, good. Well, I'm happy that she's okay.
Followed up on that, and they never did. Shortly after that, Allie went missing from CPS care. She was AWOL for over a year.
Tell Jaguar I said, hey.
After that year was up, they placed her with me. They said I was a good home and a good fit for her, and they allowed her to be placed in my home. Those are two opposite things in a very short time, but they do that to a lot of parents. That's a tactic they use to silence people, to keep control of the situation, to get people to look the other way. CPS is very corrupt, and it needs to be defunded. It's very evil what they do. They can remove children from any of your homes for any reason. It's irrelevant whether you're a good parent or a bad parent. If CPS wants to traffic your kid, they can come in and take your kid, and you really won't have a leg to stand on.
Allie Carter mom wanting her to come home, and she hasn't seen her since she was 16 years old, and now she's 30, is really disturbing me. And she wasn't sincere at all. You could look at it all in her eyes. She said she need her to come home to get to a doctor, to get some blood work done, and to get her system flushed out, and to get her some mental help. I don't think nothing Allie Carter is saying is a lie. Then she also said, don't drink no more drinks from that bitch Shelly. This girl been taking these drinks for damn near 20 years now. I honestly believe that someone is paying Allie Carter's mom to lure her in to silence her. She had all the time in the world to try to find Allie. Allie, please stay away. And did Allie not tell us last year that there would be a fire in California and that they'll be trying to get rid of all of the evidence? This girl knows something.
Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember last year, Allie Carter said there will be a fire in LA? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember Allie Carter saying that. She said it was going to be a big ass fire in LA. Do y'all remember that? That's crazy.
Y'all have to see the video. Those evil eyes, like, that's all I keep thinking about.
Something that is truly haunting me right now is Allie Carter's story and the fact that CPS has been the biggest suppliers of children. When I was in college to become a teacher, I wanted to be a social worker. A month before I graduated college,
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. All right, you're right. There's a big fire in LA every year. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so she didn't predict nothing. It's a damn fire in LA every year. So I agree. You're right. You got a point.
I put in for an application to be a Child Protective Services investigator.
October of next year, can y'all remind me to predict that there's going to be a fire in LA? And I'm not trying to be insensitive to the LA people. I'm just saying, I'm not finna live nowhere where there's a fire every goddamn year. That shit is fucking stupid. Like, I'm sorry. That shit is just dumb. Like, you know how it snows every year? In LA, it fires every year. So that's just freaking stupid. So I'm not living no goddamn LA. So I'm sensitive to all the people who have lost their homes. And to those people who have lost their homes, why in the hell are you still there? There's things called airplanes where you can move, right? There's this thing called a U-Haul truck where you can pack all your shit and leave, right? And I know you might not have all the money, but if you live in LA, you're probably paying 3 times as much as you would pay versus North Carolina or something. So pack your shit, if you have any shit, in a U-Haul truck and drive your ass to North Carolina, and you ain't got to worry about no goddamn fires. So, you know, shout out to the people in LA, but I just got to say, how many goddamn forest fires are you going to deal with until you wake the fuck up and leave? I'm sorry. Why are your dumb ass still living in LA? Move to North Carolina.
When I got there, there were hundreds of people applying for the same position. I asked for the conservatorship position because I had done a lot of research on different job titles at CPS. Conservatorship reunites families back together, and that is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to remove any children from their home. That's not what I wanted my job.
Uh-oh, what happened? Give it a second, y'all. I'm sorry. Anybody that lives in LA, I hate what happened to you. But you are stupid. Sorry, but you're stupid because you still live in freaking LA. Like, you didn't know last year that it's gonna fire and not snow. It rains in other cities and it fires in LA, and your dumb ass is still there. Like, you're stupid. Sorry. I hate what happened to you, but move. No other city fires. It snows, it rains, it sleets. LA is the only goddamn place that fires. You're stupid if you live in LA. I'm sorry. You're stupid. And if you can't afford to move, you can't afford to move because LA is more expensive than virtually every city in the United States. So move your stupid ass out of LA and you don't have to worry about fire on the top of your goddamn house. You're stupid. Oh, it's still messing up. And I don't mean that to be insensitive. I mean that to tell your stupid ass to move so you won't have to deal with the same shit next year. Because I'm telling you now, I'm going to predict it's going to be around May of this year. I'm going to come on live and predict that it's going to be forest fires and it's going to be raining fire in LA, and y'all going to think I'm the Dalai Lama. No, because the shit happened last year. I'm not the Dalai Lama. I just know that it's going to happen because it happened last year. With your stupid idiot ass. Move!
Me and the CPS attorney had collaborated together, and we wanted to remove the child immediately from the home. However, we were told that we had to keep the child there until the Monday that the judge would be back into the courtroom. So the whole entire weekend, the child would have to stay at that foster home. So obviously my mind went in all kinds of directions, and I wanted to immediately go over there, grab her up, take her home, and wait for Monday to talk to the judge. And I was told if I did this, then I would go to jail for kidnapping, and that the child would immediately go back.
So what she's saying essentially is she wanted to work for CPS so she can save the children from these terrible ass parents. But what has happened is she can't save the children from the parents, because according to what she's saying is if she was to try to adopt one of these kids and save the kid from their terrible parents, it would be kidnapping.
The judge would be back into the courtroom. So the whole entire weekend, the child would have to stay at that foster home. So obviously my mind went in all
What's up, brown sugar?
All kinds of directions, and I wanted to immediately go over there, grab her up, take her home, and wait for Monday to talk to the judge. And I was told if I did this, then I would go to jail for kidnapping, and that the child would immediately go back.
Why is it messing up? Give it a second, y'all. Hopefully it'll come back on. Oh, well.
With her, and she really making me wonder some things. But you know, CPS, a lot of the caseworkers, they use their power for no good. Obviously that's coming out, but I'll tell you about a caseworker that I went and told on. I shared an office with her, and she was very angry at a dad in court who I guess had gotten close to her, was yelling at her, and some spit flew from his mouth and landed on her face. She told me that she was going to keep his son away from him because of that. Could not believe my...
Women are nuts, and we need to save these children from women, single women. Woman has a husband, cool, but we need to save these children from women.
This is Miss Outlaw. I'm Tori Outlaw's mother. I'm kind of blown away. I've been watching this on my daughter for a while now. I'm not Shelly. I'm Miss Outlaw. I'm her mother.
So can I ask you, how long has it been since you've seen or been around your daughter?
Tori was a problem teenager. She wanted to do things her way when she reached a certain age.
What up, Dion?
And I haven't seen Tori since 16. Dropped Tori off at school. Tori would go into the school and...
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a
Candidate.
potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like,
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper discussions, the card game.
Yeah, somebody said I'm hating on the Riz. What the hell is the Riz? Marlene, what is the Riz? Like, you talking about the Wiz, like on Yellow Brick Road? Like, who am I hating on? You said the Riz from Greece, huh? I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm hating on the Riz. I'm just saying. And somebody said North Carolina gets hurricanes. Okay, move to Atlanta. I don't know. Shit, just leave LA. Like, I love visiting LA, but there's no way in hell I'm gonna live in no goddamn stupid ass LA. It's just my opinion. I'm sorry, but only stupid people live in LA. I'm sorry. Just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Only stupid people live in LA. Because, like, who the hell gonna be dealing with fires every fucking year? That shit is stupid. That shit is crazy. Move your ass out of there and save your goddamn life.
Lie on me like she's doing. CPS would visit my home. She lied so bad where they came and took 4 of my children away from me for 6 days. I was a strict parent. She wasn't allowed to hang out in the streets, and she wanted to mingle with the wrong type of kids that were in foster homes, which were my neighbors too. And she just became out of control. The behavior, I can't even tell you where it came from. It could have possibly came from her going to school with a lot of foster care kids.
Or having
Shelly
a
Carter
single mother.
was visiting the foster home that was next door to me. And I believe that's how Tori connected with her.
Those are assault parties. City parties. Those are assault parties. I was one of the kids that was one of the party favors, and a party favors means that you're set on top of a table and you're used as for anybody table or who wants to party at a certain time of night when the music stops and then the DJ starts flashing all these lights and they close the doors, and then everybody turns into like a frenzy and starts going into a crazed animal-like demonic state, and you have no idea what's going on. And yes, there was a time where I was just like completely don't give a shit because it happened, and I was the type of kid that thought.
So right now, y'all, let's have a vote. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Allie Carter is a Diddy victim, and put a 2 in the chat if you believe Allie Carter's mother that Allie Carter is a liar. So put a 1 in the chat if you think Allie Carter is telling the truth. Put a 2 in the chat if you think all of this was made up and her mom was right. Let's go.
That, you know, you're in the presence of royalty and they make it seem like you're in the presence of Hollywood, so you should be honored and you should be appreciating that you're there. And I was that person. I totally acted like that. I was like, oh, it's fine, you know, it really doesn't matter. But then it really did matter when my pimp was like, he had rules. He had lots of rules, and it was more money. And if you know the difference between a pimp, a John, and a trafficker, the trafficker is the supplier, but the pimp is collecting the money and the John is doing the buying. So if the pimp is saying that full-blown sex, goodbye, I love you, goodbye. If you found my stuff, get off right now. This is the moment where I'm telling you I'm angry. I forgot to put that reminder in the beginning. Okay, cool, goodbye. What was I saying? Full house sex. Thank you. If the pimp paid for, if there's rules to full house sex and there's rules to
Damn, Bridget said, I believe the real mother gave her away for drugs. Sheesh.
all kind of different jobs. Okay, so at a certain point, I was not brought or traded for anal sex, but that didn't matter to a few celebrities. Not just celebrities, there's a lot of, they called it an all-black party, but it was mainly because a lot of the party favors were black kids. I was in the care of Riverside County Child Protective Services at the time. I was 15, barely 16. 15, 16. It's foggy. A lot happened that night, and I went really numb. And if there's videos or if there's anything that could go from that, then pull them. Because we all know that there's so many cameras around. So I can try to post the affidavits and I can put out what happened, but at the same time, what am I supposed to do when nobody's really asking about the kids that are present in these parties now and were then, because they're really just going after all the celebrities and the adults, which I'm happy that we're finally here, and I'm grateful that we're finally pulling the names that need to be pulled and the big fishes that need to be pulled. But at the same time, nobody's asking about the kids and who else is really there. And no, it's just not about all these dudes having sex. They need people to fluff them, which are hand jobs and blow jobs. And those are the kids and the people on the party.
Whoa.
There's this big ass wheel and they make it like a carnival thing, and they literally strap you to a wheel and spin it, and then after a certain time you have no idea what's happening because you're numb.
Damn.
And if you throw up like I did, then your face is going to be rubbed in and you're gonna have to fetish too. Blood is a fetish, throw up is a fetish, shit is a fetish. And employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper, and you won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
be led in and out. I think people assume that when you get underground, it's just this dirt and you keep going deeper and there's more dirt and then there's cages of children. No, that's not how it works. There's cities underground. There's warehouses underground. There's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels, and they've built them for decades. There's a lot, and elite celebrities, they go down there for parties. We're on our way to tie up some loose ends with some stuff before we have to move again. So.
And I just want to say this. When I got y'all to put a 1 in the chat or a 2 in the chat, whether y'all believe her or not, do y'all know it was half and half? Check this out. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. I believe her real mother, so that's a 2. 1, 1. It was almost more 2s than 1s. So just imagine if y'all were a jury. Diddy would get out. So there's a possibility that because of her stupid ass mama, she is instilling doubt in other people's minds that Ellie Carter is lying about the Diddy stuff. This means that whenever this trial starts, there's a good possibility that Diddy is going to have all charges dropped. According to just what I see, if Diddy's defense is able to instill doubt into the jury, like y'all have doubt about who's telling the truth and who's lying, because all it takes is for this one story to be told, and half of the jury is like, I don't know who to believe. That's doubt. And you can only convict somebody or say somebody is guilty or submit a guilty plea if you have no doubt. But if you have some doubt, you got to say not guilty. I'll say that one more time. If you have any doubt that the person is guilty, you have to say not guilty. And according to the census that we just did, consensus, y'all have doubt. Diddy may get off. Diddy may get off.
This won't be long, so thank you for screen recording. My mama's right here. Say hi. Hey. You know, the twin, everything. Y'all know. Hi. My name is Allison Leilani Carter. I'm going to turn the comments off for a section. We lost our animals. We lost everything. I am a dance teacher. I was working as a choreographer, an after-school teacher, a volunteer for doing hair at foster care agencies for free. I was starting to turn around and try to feed the homeless and go back to where I come from, packing backpacks and things for children. I don't need everybody to love me. I don't need everybody to like me. To each its own, right? I have been screaming underwater since I was 3 months old. I went into foster care at 13, 14. We tried to do a case against Riverside County Child Protective Services because Riverside County, do you hear me? Riverside County Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking. Can y'all still hear me? Can you just, cool, thank you. So, Facebook, you good? Can y'all hear me? Hi. Yes, you, hi. Can you hear me? Cool, thank you. I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested. And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this bullshit. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around because we just said, you know what? This is our life. It's not changing. We stopped somewhere and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We've tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies. Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were child sex slaves. That those children were me. Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now the Diddy's out, now that you can talk. For why? Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence.
Marlene says, I thought the jury can't watch anything about Diddy. They can watch evidence. They just can't watch anything about Diddy outside of the court. Inside the court, you can watch something about Diddy, just not outside the court. Because you got to look at the evidence.
8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them. I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking inventory.
And then they shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking inventory. So don't trust them. Don't trust the feds. Don't trust the judges. Fuck all y'all. You're all guilty. You're all corrupt. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy, you're nasty and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money from him to shut up, whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. Not even Lassane. And let me make something very clear. Even though it runs in my family, you can't fake your death. That shit is expensive. We don't have that money. We don't have the military involvement. We are not working with white hats. We are working with everyday people who can come out and do something when they can. Who can come out and say, I can be security when I can. Who can come and cover us when they can. But that's not all the time. Right now, we by ourselves. We could call on some angels. Yes. These are everyday people. They're not white hats. Get it straight. There's no witness protection program because how well is the Secret Service doing protecting your former president? They not even doing their damn job. Even the photographer can get the shot. And including the people that can get the shot. Let's be real. Don't do the Lassane bullshit. Don't do that either. You want to know why? Because that all circles back to the military. That all circles back to fake arrest. That all circles back to lies. And not everybody can fake their death. Even though some of y'all are sitting pretty, trying to make the excuse of, oh.
Shelly has a son. You said, I hope Shelly's son says something. I ain't know she has a son.
Oh, well, they were so evil. I was just trying to be undercover. No, bullshit. My face is out there. You little punk. My face is out there. You pussy.
No, and I see a lot of you people out there like, oh, they faked their death and they're gonna come back.
No.
That's
No.
bullshit.
No.
Joan Rivers, you were up there partying with Michelle Manshell. Lassane, you were doing some dirty, vile shit. All of you. So any of these people that they're gonna try to revive and prop up, bullshit.
No.
Bullshit.
You see all the people running? They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there was children there. But we're still not talking about the kids yet. When are we going to talk about the kids? Everybody's demanding something from the victims. Why aren't you demanding it from the news? You know he's about to turn into another Epstein, and then the list follows, and it circles back into a web. So why isn't anybody demanding any information on the kids? Huh?
Where'd that supply chain come from?
Do you think that thousands of bottles worth of baby oil was for thousands of who? $65,000 worth of hot dogs and pizza was for who? Trafficking over the border was for who? Child Protective Services is your supplier. Is anybody going to talk about that? The immigrants that are coming across the border, that all those kids that they were just scooping up out of boats and out of the water, they're now coming in and they're throwing them right into the system. Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio. Where do you think all those kids are going?
Shout out to Kamala Harris, that disgusting piece of crap. Done had all these migrants come over here, and what is happening to the kids of the migrants? They going straight into the Diddy system, just like she's saying, all because of Kamala Harris' disgusting piece of crap ass.
This ain't about an election anymore. Y'all know that, right? The election is canceled. Because everybody that you love, you don't live in the world you think you do. Everybody that you think is not guilty is about to show you who they really are. I've been screaming for years. So now, if you see me over here trying to live a normal life and tying up loose ends as justice, mind your fucking business. Or don't. Or don't.
New allegation against Diddy, this time from a girl who was only 16 years old at the time of her essay. Now, this happened in New York, and apparently the girl was a babysitter for another celebrity. She had left that gig and was on her way home. She ends up rounding a corner, and Diddy is there with the doors to his SUV open. He begins talking to her and ultimately convinces her to let him give her a ride home. With him being a famous celebrity and all, she didn't think anything of it. She gets in the car and he offers her a drink. From there, she begins to feel groggy and the essay begins. Now, when it's over, he ends up dropping her off and she wakes up in the lobby of her apartment. For those of y'all keeping track, there are now over 40 plaintiffs who have filed suits against Diddy for essay, misconduct, or other criminal activities. Now, allegedly, there are still over 120 victims. These are just the ones who have filed suit. And out of those, 25 of them are minors. Now, Diddy's team has put out the same copy and paste statement, which is no matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never essayed or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. I suppose with over 40 lawsuits pending and another 80 that are waiting in the wings,
another 80 is waiting in the wings is crazy.
I probably have a copy and paste response also. Anyways, as always, drop your thoughts about this latest allegation in the comments. Make sure to hit that follow button if you don't already, and share this out so other people can be aware of it.
Came from.
And some of these co-conspirators could be in the comments.
Yes, I'm the mother of 6 daughters. Tori is one of them.
Interesting. So can I ask you, how long has it been since you seen or been around your daughter?
Well, Tori was a problem teenager. She wanted to do things her way when she reached a certain age. And I haven't seen Tori since 16.
If it's not too personal to ask, can I ask why she wasn't allowed to be back at the house?
It's not a matter of her not allowing to be back at my home. Tori caused a lot of issues where she lied, like she's lying right now on this social media. I would drop Tori off at school. Tori would go into the school and horrifically lie on me like she's doing right now, to where CPS would visit my home. She lied so bad where they came and took 4 of my children away from me for 6 days.
Can I ask, like, what was that about? Like, what reason did she have to do that?
Because I was a strict parent. She wasn't allowed to hang out in the streets, and she wanted to mingle with the wrong type of kids that were in foster homes, which were my neighbors. And there was just things that she was not allowed to do. And she just became out of control. The behavior, I can't even tell you where it came from. It could have possibly came from her going to school with a lot of foster care kids. That's where I believe a lot of this came from. Shelley Carter was visiting the foster home that was next door to me, and I believe that's how Tori connected with her.
This person says only delusional people believe Allie. Damn. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. This one particular story can be brought up in court as proof that all of the Diddy victims are lying. Because then I forgot about how the autistic girl, her dad came out and said she was lying. Y'all remember that? So in one situation, a Diddy victim's mother is saying that her daughter is lying. And then another Diddy victim's father came out and said she was lying. Is it this right here? Excuse me. Hold on. Let me get this out of here. So this case is starting to fall apart. And I'm starting to think that Diddy may get off. Is it this?
Jay-Z talks about how great Diddy is, but
Yeah, I period.
No, that's not it. But it's a possibility, y'all. Is it this one?
Please tell me y'all heard this rumor going around that if Diddy tell, they gonna give him bail. Now, this just some shit I've been hearing on multiple websites. I can't confirm or deny, but it sounds crazy. Now, listen to this. And I don't like it. So check it out. Y'all know what they've been saying about Diddy lately. Saying he been looking skinny, he been on hunger strike, wasn't eating Christmas, and looking bad. They even was saying that he looked thinner and grayer in their most recent court appearance. Mohawk Diddy doing bad. Well, now the rumor is going around that the prosecution feels like this is the perfect time to come up in his face with some paperwork. And this apparent deal will get him bail until he awaits trial.
To the hospital. However, they denied Diddy's request, leaving him to allegedly start a massive breakdown.
Out his reservation. Now, after
credibility, and when your lawyer loses credibility, you there.
What ended up happening is Jay-Z's lawyers came out and they said, "Look, Judge."
Okay, they talking about Jay-Z. But damn, man. I don't know, man. You got one victim where her father is saying she's lying, then another victim where her mother is saying she's lying, and then the Lamisha Fuller woman was lying about the damn snake venom. You got three particular victims where they all are being exposed for lying, whether it's a lie or not. Diddy has a really good case. And to be honest with you, I don't think Diddy is going to be convicted. I'm just going to say it. I don't think Diddy is going to be convicted. I think he's going to get off. With the amount of money he has, with the amount of, it mainly depends on how the jury is going to view these freak off tapes. And there's a possibility that the jury may look at the freak off tapes and view it as a bunch of consensual people doing consensual things. I may be wrong, but I don't think Diddy is going to get convicted. What do y'all think, though? Let's just do one in the chat again. One in the chat, Diddy gets convicted. Two in the chat, Diddy gets off. One in the chat, Diddy gets convicted. Two in the chat, Diddy gets away. What do y'all think? One, Diddy gets convicted. Two, Diddy gets off. I don't know. I personally think he's going to get off. I don't think there's enough evidence against him unless these co-conspirators start telling on him. The defendants were prevail in the civil court. Come on, y'all. One, he gets convicted. Two, he gets off. Come on. Drop a one in the chat or a two in the chat. There's a lot of twos. There's a lot of twos. So let's go. One, 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 two, two, two. One, two, one. One, two, two. One, one, two, one, two, two. There's more twos. It's over. Another two. It's over. You sound hurt that these women's stories are being questioned. No, I sound hurt because there's a possibility that Diddy may get off. Look, more twos. More twos. And if Diddy gets off, he gonna whack all of us. He gonna fire all of us and get us up out of here. And you may say, well, Diddy don't know where you live at. Well, how are these people finding? Damn. How are these people finding different content creators if Diddy don't know where nobody lives at? Because they show pulling up to other people's houses.
You guys are private investigators who have come to my private home asking about influencers? This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
I don't know why. I'll explain.
No, you're at my home.
So Diddy gonna find your ass. But I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. But all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.
With one of these decks, and I was asking her the questions while we were heading to the airport, and she was asking questions. And I like that there is something in there that really helps you to identify, how do you feel? How do you express this? What word could I use? Or et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to get too much into it because I really think that you guys should check this out. Even in the half hour that we were asking these questions, it created such deeper discussions. I actually remember there was one question, and it was something along the lines of, did my mom ever experience grief that would have allowed her not to be as attentive? And then we started talking about, and that led to like a really cool conversation. And so it was good. And I like it because we were giggling in the car, like talking about these different stories, stuff around Christmas time. Oh, do you remember this? And it just allowed us to be very nostalgic and really take that road down memory lane. So that was, this game is really cool. So I definitely appreciate it. Guys, we're going to connect the link below if you're interested in getting the mother-daughter card game. It's literally like therapy in a box. You get to ask all the questions that you may not have even known that you need to ask, or the conversation you didn't know you needed to have. So,
and the coolest part of this particular card game is, in your situation, your mom lives somewhere else. There's a mother deck and there's a daughter deck. So she was able to bring the mother deck home with her, and you kept the daughter deck. So now y'all can play over the phone or online, right? So you can buy this card game, pull out mom's card game, and ship it to her if she lives in another state.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.